Hello. So, impromptu video, just feeling the energy flowing. We're talking about the 12th house. So, I just felt this channel to connect with the 12th house in the astrology chart. What does it mean? The other day, I gave a little reading to a friend, and he had a 12th house stellium, 3 planets in the 12th house in Taurus. And, I was picking up some intuitive notions about his past life, and I was giving his reading, and I was like, you feel separate from God because of your past. And you're not separate from God. Nothing can make you separate from God. You just have to know that and actively connect with source, to connect with God, the divine, whatever you want to call it, day in and day out. You have to meditate. You have to do one thing every day that helps you connect to that light within and without. So, the 12th house. What does this mean? How did I get, this notion that he feels separate from God from looking at his 12th house stellium? Well, the 12th house represents reintegration. It is this, my beautiful little note cards. The 12th house is the sphere of life. Every house in the natal chart represents a different sphere of life. The 12th house represents the sphere of life that deals with reintegration. This is your return back to God. This is where the soul reconnects to the whole. So the 12th house can tell us a lot about our past lives, our karma. It can tell us a lot about our feelings of confinement and isolation. The 12th house deals with secrets, deception, illusion. It is the pool of the collective unconscious. So the collective subconscious, what is not seen, but what is felt by all. What is not seen, but what is felt by all. That is the collective subconscious or the collective unconscious. Either or, the words are ultimately interchangeable. But the 12th house is the sphere of life that deals with, this is where we go to surrender. This is where we go to make sacrifices in order for us to connect back with the divine, or to connect with God, source, oneness, whatever. When you reach the 12th house in the natal chart, you have completed your cycle. You have completed the wheel. And what the zodiac wheel is an understanding that, we come into the earth realm and take form as human. And we have to go on this journey, this evolution of understanding the self. That's what the tarot is about. All these movies that we see on Disney Channel and virtually anywhere is all about the hero's journey. How does a person come to understand themselves enough to let go of the material realm and reintegrate with God and reintegrate with source? That is the journey of the wheel. And in the 12th house is where we complete that journey. The 12th house is where it's like an accumulation point of everything that we've learned throughout all our lives, everything that we've done, everything that we've accomplished, conquered, kind of evolved from, all nestles in the 12th house. So when I see somebody with a 12th house stellium, ultimately this means to me that this person is a extremely, or any planets in the 12th house. I don't have any planets there, but I'm a Pisces. So your 12th house, though, if I see planets in the 12th house or stelliums in the 12th house, to me, this does read as somebody who's dealing with heavy karma from a past life. Depending on what the planets are, can show what kind of karma they're dealing with. The 12th house stelliums or 12th house energy prominent in a person's natal chart reads to me as somebody who is incredibly spiritual, incredibly psychic. If they wanted to, they could talk to the dead. If they wanted to develop their energy in that way, they could read tarot. They can do all of the psychic things. If they don't want to do the psychic things, naturally it'll come to them anyway. It's not something they can quite avoid. However, this is somebody who is maybe a musician, somebody who is extremely creative. They're able to, these people have a deep connection with source. They have a very deep connection with the divine. They have a very deep connection with the subconscious mind. So they know how to pull out ideas, thoughts, feelings from other realms, because the 12th house, Pisces, Neptune, deals with other worlds, other realms, higher realms. You know, these are angelic people. These are people who have angelic qualities once they develop and evolve enough. You know, these are people who, again, wonderful musicians. Since my iPhone doesn't want me to be great, these people are wonderful musicians, painters, poets. These people, 12 housers, y'all are extremely creative people. And the reason why you have an emphasis, again, on an emphasis of planets in your 12th house is going to be because of karma. If you look to the planets in your 12th house, or planets in your 12th house, you can look to the karmic load, I guess, that you're carrying, or that you need to relieve yourself from. If it's the sun, the father, the moon would be the mother or the maternal side of the family, or issues relating to home, family, etc. And so on and so forth. You know, somebody who has an emphasis of planets in the 12th house, or a strong 12th house, is going to be somebody who wants to focus their efforts on spirituality, on creativity. It is important that you do one thing every day that helps you connect to the divine. It is very important that you meditate. It is very important that 12th house deals with donations, charities, so giving back to, you know, like kids in foster homes, group homes, giving back to the less fortunate. The 12th house is that pool of energy where, like, it's the ending. So we have a lot of, like, the 12th house rules over homeless people. It rules over people who are suffering. So if you have an emphasis of 12th house planets or placements in your chart, you want to be sure to help alleviate others of suffering. You want to develop compassion for yourself and other people. And that's what's going to help you kind of work through that karma so that you can connect back to the Most High. So this was my video on the 12th house. I know it got kind of messed up. I got to stitch them together, but hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Comment. Tell me what planets you have in your 12th house. Tell me what your 12th house Lord is. If you don't have planets in the 12th house, I don't have any planets there. My 12th house is Gemini. So the ruler of Gemini is Mercury. My 12th house Lord, Mercury, is in my 10th house. So that's one way you can look at it if you don't have any planets there. That's one way to kind of look at, like, what your past life karma is trying to tell you. So yeah.